All right, we're live. Salam alaikum, Munir. Good afternoon. Good morning to our drivers. Hope everyone's
Good
doing well
afternoon,
today.
everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Alaikum
How
salam.
how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Hot summer day. It's a beautiful day here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good to hear, man.
fine.
Let's dive into these
Sure.
numbers. Talk about what happened yesterday, Wednesday, the 19th of June. We had 43 available drivers, 27 of which were booked. We booked 33 loads. 62% of our fleet was utilized. We had a 8.37 bid win ratio, and that's a bit lower than our standard average. And we had a 675 on the average driver pay, which is actually a tad bit higher than what we normally see. So the loads we did book were higher volume loads.
Yeah, the number of loads, of course, 62% fleet utilization is on the lower end. Usually above 70, and yeah, that was the negative side of yesterday.
Right, right. Okay, so my system is giving me a little trouble here. Okay, cool. So yeah, back to a third of our available loads expiring, a third being declined, and a third being bid on, 33 of which were lost. Um, the expired column remains, the biggest opportunity. There's a lot of shipments being offered to drivers that they're just kind of sitting on, not bidding, not declining. A majority of those I think people see they're not interested in, so they just ignore it. But then, there's also quite a few that they don't. They don't see, they don't look at, they don't notice the notification. All I can say is, man, as a driver, if you're not happy with how much money you're making, look at how many shipments you're being offered and not responding to. You can assume statistically that about 1 in 10 of those, you would have gotten had you placed a bid on it, right? So if there's
Yeah,
20 shipments a day that you're ignoring, that might be one or two loads that you're leaving on the table.
100%. It's a big chunk, very big chunk. Code Red yesterday. All of the drivers that are today in Code Red actually got in service yesterday and were not booked. Um, we have a new person doing these presentations as well. Gonna have to a little bit re-explain the logic behind this, but still, we have one guy that is working around home in Louisville with 21 bids, still a high number of bids, but we failed to book him. One driver in New York with 13 bids, but a lot of missed opportunities, and one driver in Philadelphia, PA, with a lot of bids. Although I hate to say it once again, we need to figure this out when we place a bid on someone else, and then it goes to
Hmm.
a report for other driver as well. This happens often, especially we have a lot of drivers around Philly and Maryland and New Jersey and that part, and everyone will be in the system for that load, but in reality, you're bidding on whoever is uh, eligible for it or the closest for it. So yeah, we'll need to improve this. From the drivers that we had, once again, there is a high number of people that were not booked yesterday, not utilized due to different reasons. We had a kind of slowdown this week, but hopefully next week we can turn it around.
It has been a rough week, man. It has been a rough week. I love the name of the city king of Prussia. That's a cool name.
It is, we were neighboring kingdom of Prussia like 100 years ago
What
in
is
Bosnia.
what is the history of Prussia?
Kingdom of Prussia is actually a German kingdom, one of two German kingdoms in 19th century. There were Austro-Hungarian kingdom that we were part of in the late 19th century, beginning of 20th century, until the end of World War One. And one of the neighboring kingdoms was Prussia. And actually, when World War One started, because we were part of Austro-Hungarian Empire, we were um, kind of we fought together with Prussia against. I mean, when I say we, people in these locations around where Bosnia is, uh, fought against Russians and French and others. Yeah, but it's a German kingdom. German
Hmm.
kingdom.
Never knew that. I'm
Yep.
quite sure that most of our drivers just learned something new as well. Thank you.
Yep. Sure.
The the king of history, man.
Alrighty.
You're my history guy.
Yeah, I used to love that. I used to want to be some in that regard, like history, archaeology, or something like that. But then I figure out like it's a good hobby, but not a good on a not a good profession, I guess, to support your family
Historian?
with. Yeah,
I mean,
historian,
it's
but
good if you want to live a, very modest life,
yeah,
which there's nothing wrong in that. I mean, the world overly celebrates material success, but yeah, it's good to know that stuff. It's fascinating. It's just crazy when you look at like every country in the world has like 1,000 lives that it's lived. It's been
mhm,
like on top for years and it's been on bottom for years and it's been under this control and after that rule and allied with these guys and there's like 1,000 storylines for every country. Um,
indeed.
okay, moving along. Canada border. Yesterday we had an issue where our driver was denied entry to Canada due to having two generators that were picked up on sale. We had to recover the load. Did we talk about this yesterday?
We have.
All right, driver spotlight Fehim, one of our long time drivers. The drivers we're bringing in now, their vehicle number begins with 600 series. Fehim is a 033, so one of the antique drivers, one of the classics. Recovered a load, went from Canada to Detroit and back to Canada at 3 a.m. Absolutely phenomenal human being.
He is.
We had hottest with the highest amount of bids at 194, as well as the most amount of loads booked. We had Omer with the highest bid follow-up ratio at 67%. We had Vedad with the highest bid win ratio, with 29 bids. I mean, you can hardly really highlight that, but nevertheless, the numbers are what they are. And Muhammad with what I am almost certain is a incorrect number. What do you think on that average driver pay?
Uh, we can we can go and look at his five lows right now to see, but it is high when you look at just from the outside, but it just might happen that he booked three long loads and two mid-side loads, and there you have. But let me check that while we're here, so we can be 100% sure. 19th, right? So Muhammad booked five loads, and the
Are you
loads
responding
were
to people here in the messages, or is this someone else
where in what messages?
on the Facebook, or not the Facebook, but the YouTube chat?
No, I'm not. Someone responding?
We got an admin, man. We got somebody managing our chat. Smash the like button, subscribe, donate.
Right. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible indeed. He booked four uh two loads over 1,000 bucks, one load over 1,500, one load over 2,400, and one 645. So if you
Man,
average out,
big
it's
money,
probably the
Mohammed.
yeah.
Phenomenal job. The number one
Oh,
load on our best loads list is a New Hampshire to Laredo, 2,200 miles for 1910, 85 cents a mile. It's a bit under the rate we like to be at. But here's the thing with these big loads, like would it have been better if it paid 200 more? Of course. But for some drivers, they would rather get this than a 300 mile for $400 load going to Pennsylvania or something, right? I mean, you're making more than half of your average weekly pay, almost your average weekly pay with one load.
Yeah. So our secret admin is saying, "Guess who I am?" So
I'm assuming
that
Vedad. It's or maybe Amina.
I
One of
think
those
is
two.
I think is Yasmina Mahmoud
Yasmina.
Mahmoud
Ah,
Begovic.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's her. But yeah, 8 drivers right now watching this stream. Too bad it's not one of those good days, so we can just boast around and say how good we are. So yeah,
We are as good as we are able to be on this day.
yeah,
Number two best load, we had a Ontario to Eagle Pass, Texas. Dollar a mile on a 2,000 mile, $2,000 load is a win for everybody.
100%. We had BH Express, Lima, Missouri, going to Jacksonville, Florida, 920 miles, $1,120, $1.21 a mile. Whoever did this, it's a fine load. The only thing is probably gonna have to be, but it's gonna even out. He's gonna even out to 90 cents a mile, probably, which is really, really good.
Yeah, listen, man, Jacksonville is not deep into Florida where, you have to really pay the price to get out. Absolute worst case scenario, you move to Atlanta and, you get a load pretty quickly. But Jacksonville also, we were able to generally get people moving, without ridiculous waiting. So yeah, I mean, this is a good load. This is a good load because you're making $1.20, like you said, coming out even if it's at a cheap price, you're still going to average 90 cents, maybe more, and you're going to make 1,500 or 2,000 bucks in two loads. So it's a good scenario. One of our drivers pointed out that East Coast has a lot of traffic lately, especially in the afternoon. Please make sure to take that into consideration while choosing routes and avoiding ETAs.
All
God
right,
bless that
Kamal
driver
and
Soul and Kemal for writing this. You know what,
I
man?
think
We gotta be willing to make fun, laugh at ourselves. But to
we
me,
gotta, man.
that's like saying one of our drivers recently identified that donuts have a lot of calories and are not a healthy food. So please be mindful of how many donuts and krofne you eat.
East Coast had a lot of traffic when there were 2 cars in the world. That's how long that has been a
This
case.
just in, one of our drivers has identified that Alaska tends to be cold during the winter.
Yeah, yeah, it's a new thing. It's a new thing, and Florida tends to be hot almost all entire of the year.
This just in, if you wander off in the African safari, you could be eaten by a lion.
This just in, the Earth is not flat.
Man, God bless the driver that has identified that there's traffic in the East Coast, especially in the Russia. You know what else? Just so
Yeah,
people are not surprised, that traffic also is there around 7 or 8 a.m. as well.
yeah, probably. I mean, 100%, 100%.
All right,
I
man.
mean,
Whoa, what happened here?
what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Our we'll update this. There's something off. This doesn't
man,
make sense. This is incorrect. Wow, we got a woman making an appearance on these.
female televangelist.
It's funny, man. When Amina was making these, I think it was all men. Now, the
Oh
first or
man,
second
100.
day of a man taking over, it's that whole, we got to fight for the others' rights thing. Success is not just about making money, it's about making a difference. How do you feel about that, Munir?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just that when something is said aloud too many times, it's kind of fake.
Well,
I don't
break it
know.
down for
Maybe
us, man. Come on, break it down for us.
success is not just about making money; it's about making difference. So we're starting with assumption that whoever is making money or in the process of making money should be just thinking about the big or common good or something like that, making a difference, saving world hunger or whatever, climate change or something like that. So I don't know. Making a difference is a success. That I agree on that. Um, Making money is success as well. I don't know. It's just too.
Do you like
The
this?
whole.
Is this a quote? If you could get tattoos, is this a quote that you would tattoo on yourself somewhere?
No, not really. Not really. No, I would tattoo some like LFG or something like that.
LFG? Cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's uh let's make a difference. I tattoo
yeah.
LMD.
LMD.
No, I mean I success is often measured in the world as making money, right? We measure how successful someone is by what kind of car they drive, what kind of vacations they take, how much money they have. And yeah, I mean, obviously that's an easy way to measure success. But I think that it's saying that in that success as well, and in other forms of success, if you can make a difference in someone's life, if you can help people, success comes in different shapes, different forms. Um, but us also, I mean, in the ultimate quest to make money, making a difference in people's lives is going to be a more rewarding path than only focusing on the money. So I think that's what
100%.
Miss Kathy Calvin, the founder of Calvin Klein, said.
Is she a founder of Calvin Klein? I don't think so.
No, man, she's a female I can't say that word, but ev
Televangelist.
televangelist.
Televan. She looks like a person that has a jet, man.
Yeah, she
Really do.
does. You look like a person that's gonna have a jet one day, man.
Inshallah, man.
Throwback
I'm gonna speak.
Thursday to 2/4/19 when William Blake joined BHX. 1,906 days of putting up with William Blake's. Congratulations, round of applause to our wonderful staff for
Indeed,
enduring
man.
for
Indeed, man.
1,906 days.
When people are hired, I tell them immediately. We have a guy called William Blake. If you endure 1 year with William Blake, I guarantee you will become a better professional, better person as well. You will become like a perfected version of yourself. So,
You know,
everyone. And we
my
have a
my
couple of
my
people.
theory on life, man, is you gotta test your relationships by sparring with people every once in a while. If I haven't sparred with you, if we haven't gotten to, almost throwing hands, then our relationship has never really been tested, and it's never really, went through the pits of hell to make it to the heavens gates. Um, and yeah, I mean, William and I over the years, we've had our cases where we've gone at it, but he's been a wonderful human being. He stopped by the office a couple times. We've had really good conversations. William is one of those guys, man, that really appreciates and understands the job of dispatch, and he often tells me that he's very appreciative of what dispatch does. He says that he understands all of the challenges that come with that job. So, yeah, he's been great having on the team for all these years. That's crazy, man. It's been 5+ years. So thank you for your commitment, hard work, and loyalty to the company, Mr. Blake.
100%.
That's it, man. That's it. You got anything else you want to go over?
Oh, not really, guys. Whoever is driving on the East Coast, of course, be wary of the traffic and yeah, tolls and unicorns and in Amish people. I
Yeah,
love Amish people.
yeah, yeah. The Amish are good, man. We gotta break into the Amish community. We gotta,
Yeah, we gotta
start.
get ourselves a horse and a buggy, BHX branded.
We gotta. It's an untapped market, man.
It is. Ooh, no, no one thought of that. No one thought of that.
No one
Man,
thought of it.
uh, Aldin Ezekiel Hajic or Zachariah Hajic.
All right, we'll wrap up there. God bless you all. Our chat was very active. Did we ever figure out who the guest was?
The guest.
So William Blake, the legend on the road. That isn't something a female would write. It's got to be Vedad. My money goes back to Vedad. The other reason I
Um,
know it's Vedad is because with this new shift, he's awake at this time, and with his old shift, give it a shot.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm not
it's
sure.
Vedad.
Maybe. Yeah. Veda. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Bingo.
Veda. All
Because
right.
here's the
Veda.
thing, man. This man is so committed to the cause, to the dark side, that had he been awake during other recordings, as he has been today and yesterday, he would be doing this. But in his previous working hours, he would be asleep or catching up to life in this time. So
Yep.
now he's Bespuslan, as we call it, has the luxury of just sitting there chatting with strangers on YouTube channel. So it's working out well.
Come on, guys. Hit the like button. No one is hitting the like button, guys.
Well, they're
And
not smashing it.
smash the like button and subscribe.
All right.
And if you want to become a Patreon of this, click on the link, and that's about it.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Salam alaik. Peace be with you all. Stay safe on the road. God bless you all. And may today be a fruitful day.